Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Leadership Arena and podcast that allows us time to explore the leadership practices and perspectives of people who are actually in the arena. The most important responsibility of any leader is to develop and nurture the culture. A team's ability and willingness to trust the leader often serves as a foundational part of organizational culture. Today, we are going to talk with Dr. Ryan Maine. He stepped in to lead the learning community at Walnut High School, and he has found ways to honor the rich history of the team and propel the team forward by nurturing the culture. So, Dr. Maine, you're a natural leader who really makes people feel seen and valued. What are you enjoying the most about your time at Walnut High School?
Thank you for Mary for having me. I just want to say I'm a big fan of the podcast.
Thank
I've been
you.
waiting this whole moment my whole life to be on this.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, I'm a subscriber. Okay, what was the question again? Sorry.
What has been your most enjoyable part of being at Walnut High so far?
Probably the family feel. The staff is makes you feel welcome, and the diversity here on campus we have with the kids. Like I said, I coming to work every day and getting outside your office and interacting with people. No egos involved, and we're just here and we enjoy each other and want to lift each other up. And that's, to me, you want to find places to work like that, and that's one of the reasons I chose to come to Walnut.
The people on your team speak very highly of the culture here at Walnut High School, specifically the way that you've really developed it and nurtured it. So, can you talk to me about this thing they call the Walnut Way?
So when I got hired, I sat down with every staff member for about 15 to 30 minutes, and I noticed the first couple people I met with were talking about the Walnut Way. So I used to teach video production. So I said, you know what? I'm going to grab my video camera, and at the end of every interview, I'm going to ask people what's their definition of the Walnut Way. Um, and everybody had the same common answer, which was community, family, doing what's best for kids, going above and beyond for others, kind of like that selfless attitude. And it was just cool hearing people say that. And that's something that started back in, 1968 when Ken Gunn and Jerry Dutton arrived. It was just doing what's best for kids and just keeping that culture going. It's just, yeah. So it was pretty cool hearing people have that same mindset and same definition of what the Walnut Way is.
You've done such a phenomenal job of honoring the history, but also bringing in something new and fresh to the team. And it really extends out to the students and the community as a whole, this magic thing that happens here. So I wondered if we could talk today about culture specifically. And if you could talk to new principals or principals who are feeling like they need a little refresher on re energizing their culture, what tips would you give for developing and nurturing the culture of your organization?
I think the most important thing is dropping your ego. When people come into a school, they always have agendas that they want to do, whether it's good or bad. But in their mind, they think it's right. But they don't think of the ripple effects it could have. So they might want to put in a new program or a new um, initiative, but it might not be a good fit. So I would say the first thing to do is listen before you act, and then take that feedback to then try to create the culture that you want. So like for us, when I sat down with every staff member, I wrote down notes, and then kind of like your dissertation, you start to find themes. And the themes that I found was the staff really wanted was four main things that we really pride ourselves on our admin team here is be very good communicators. So always communicate, focus on relationships. That's like by far one of the most important things on campus. Support each other, and then give opportunities for growth. Nowhere in there do we talk about we're the experts, we're the know-it-alls, we're the, you know, we know what's best. It has to be a we. I hate to say it's like my teachers, it's us, or I hate to say it's my admin team. That you'll never hear that from my mouth because it's a team aspect. I don't care what my title is. Like I said, like I don't care if you call me Coach Maine, Ryan Maine, Dr. Maine, principal, whatever. I think it's more important of the way that you treat others. Whether you're a substitute custodian here for one day or, like Barbie Cole has been here for 34 years, who just retired. She should be treated the same way as we treat anyone who steps on this campus. So that's why I said it starts with the ego. and you're gonna have people that disagree with you, but you can't take it personal. You have to come in a way of you have to listen and then be able to act on that.
Mhm.
So, and I think too, I did my dissertation on exemplary principles that lead to high levels of student connectedness, so like those attributes. So I was able to really sit and absorb with 5 principles during my dissertation, and the 5 themes that I found that I still use today was about how they empower others, they build relationships, they adhere to the core values, which is here's the Walnut Way. They serve others. I think the big thing that as administrators can do is don't ever do a job that you think you're not or that you think you're good enough for. So clean up for rallies. You should be putting chairs away if you can. Put tables away. Help custodians. I'm not saying take away work from them, but be in the trenches with them.
Mhm.
And then another thing too they talked about was just creating a positive environment. Just you want to make it a place where people want to come to work every day.
Mhm.
So we do family Fridays at the end of the month where we do coffee and donuts and celebrate getting a paycheck and ending another month of school and just a time to come together at the beginning of the day on Fridays. Just little things like that, just ways that we can still have a connection. And that's why it was pretty tough this year with the pandemic, but hopefully we can kind of reinvigorate that when we come back in the fall.
So what I'm taking away is really amazing to hear and kind of just let it resonate with me was culture is not something you do to people, it's something you build with people.
Yep.
I think
100%.
that's where you've totally found the magic mark is it's really collaborative.
Yeah. And it's not, obviously as a principal, you want to be able to like take the burden off of people, but then you want them to be able to celebrate the achievements.
Mhm.
So if something really good happens and they're like, "Oh, Principal Maine, you did a great job." It's like, I didn't do it, like we did it. But then if something bad happens, you need to say, I need to do a better job as the leader because you take that burden off of them. So as I just said, I don't like when people try to say it's because of me. No, it's because of us. No matter what happens at our school, whatever, it'll never be something that I did. It's something that we did together. It's never going to be a one person thing unless I own my own business, which that's not going to happen. So it's a total team effort. I mean, we have over 200 staff members.
Mhm.
So
I think that's important for us to think about as leaders that whether we're talking about our immediate team, our day to day team, or the larger collective team that we work for within the district, maybe a specific department, we are the culture builders.
mhm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
we
amazing.
said too, our main job is not to be experts. It's to manage personalities, to work with others and build relationships.
Mhm.
At times, yes, there's going to be those tough conversations you have to have because, like I said, there's times we have $1,000 and we have to give it to 5 groups competing for it. So 4 other groups are going to be let down. But as long as they know that you're doing what's best for the school out of love, then I think you can go home at night thinking, okay, I'm doing what's best for the school,
Yeah,
not my own personal agenda, but what's best for the school.
the delivery of how we say not yet or not right
Yeah,
now
yeah,
makes a big difference on how we impact the culture.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, thank you so
got it.
much. Before we wrap up, we're doing the 5 fast favorites of the members of WVAA. So I'm going to toss out something and then just first thing that comes to your mind so that our team can get to know Dr. Ryan Main a little bit better. Are you ready to go?
Let's do it.
All right. Favorite snack?
Right now, Honeycrisp apple with peanut butter.
Okay. All right. Favorite coffee spot?
I am a coffee snob. My wife is from Oregon.
Hmm.
So, Kova Coffee, there's one in Oregon. It's a nice little, I always go up there. I don't do Starbucks anymore. I hate to say it. I go to coffee roasteries.
Well, look at
Yes, I
that.
know. So
Okay.
I brew my own coffee. I grind my own beans now. Portland, Oregon has like changed my whole coffee scene. So I'm a coffee snob.
That's good
So
to know.
Kova Coffee, look it up.
All right. Favorite place to travel to?
I would say Oregon. That's my wife's from there. We go up there twice a year to visit her family. We just got back from Bend, Oregon, and it was beautiful. I just love the greenery, the fresh air, the crisp, cool nights, and it's just beautiful up there.
Favorite way to relax?
Um, I would say this is gonna sound weird, but working out for me, just to break a sweat, my mind is always like going a million miles an hour. So I love to get some type of workout in once a day, whether it's a 5-minute one or an hour one, but just something that usually calms me down at the end, kind of winds me down. So
That makes
I'd say
sense.
working out.
All right. Maybe this is something you do during your workout, but your favorite song?
My favorite song, it's gonna surprise you too, is Music Soul Child, Just Friends. I love myself some good R&B.
Will you be showcasing that love for R&B at any future gatherings where we might be able to pick you up
I
on
I
karaoke?
have I have sang some R&B songs in the past, karaoke.
Okay.
When the time is right.
Okay. You
Yeah.
heard it here, folks. Up
But
and coming
but no
performance.
guarantees. No
Okay.
guarantees.
Well, thank you, Dr. Ryan Maine, for daring greatly and encouraging others to do the same. That's a wrap, everyone. We'll see you in the arena.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Mary Wendland podcast.
Take care, everybody.